Good evening, G Federation, and welcome to day 80 of 100 stadiums in 100 days. Today, as we begin day number 2 in California, we have made our way to the everything school, Stanford. Of course, the football stadium and facility, the Hall of Champions, all of athletics is going to be happening right here. In all seriousness, this is one of my favorite athletic complexes in the entire country. I cannot wait to share it with you all. I go by the name of G-Fed. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay up on every stop of the series. Let's check out Stanford. All right, after a 25-minute drive from San Jose to Palo Alto, we have completed, I think, our shortest trip of the entire series. Very pumped about that. I'm also very pumped to say for this video, we are working with Stanford to get this tour done, and I cannot believe I'm saying I'm working with Stanford in any capacity. Because just like most y'all watching, I was never even close to getting into Stanford, and it's cool to get recognized by any sort of institution of this caliber. On top of that too, I've been to Stanford a couple times on my own. One of my favorite, not just football stadiums, but athletic complexes in general, I'm so excited to be back at. We're working with a football team. We're gonna meet them now, and we're gonna see what they have in store for us. We're gonna start this bad boy up in the Arriaga Family Sports Center. And this is also where we meet our contact. Who are we working with today?
What's up, everybody? This is Jordan Watkins, Assistant Director of Recruiting Ops here at Stanford with football, class of 16 and 17.
Jordan's also got the retro gear for us. We always appreciate that.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
It's a little bit chilly, so we're still gonna go jacket on, but we'll bust it out soon enough. I am so excited to start here. We have been in this area before, and it's one of the cooler facilities I've seen on any campus. Home of the champions, one of the most unique places in college football, dedicated to all sports on campus. It's inside of here. Championship on championship, on sport, as we walk in, all leading up to these steps going to the Director's Cup. For those unfamiliar, the Director's Cup is more or less a championship for an entire athletic department for excellence across all sports. It's calculated by an average ranking across all Division I sports, and every sport is weighted equally. So a national championship in swimming is worth just as much as a national championship in football. The term everything school gets thrown around a lot in college sports these days, and if Stanford is not the epitome of that, I don't know who is. This right here is every single year Stanford has won the Director's Cup. The Director's Cup has been awarded 32 times, and Stanford has won 26 of them. But since this is a mostly football page, we're gonna start with the football stuff. Right as we enter in here, from the mid-2010s, we got Rose Bowl, Pac-12 championship, and thankfully our contact actually played on all of these teams. I want to know, you got to give me one game from this run. What was the biggest one to you?
Biggest one here, actually, I'd say is pretty cool. So in that second Rose Bowl win, we played against Iowa. Pac-12 championship game that year, we played against USC, and we actually had 2 guys throw, run, and catch touchdowns. So Kevin Hogan was one, our quarterback, and then Christian McCaffrey was the other one. So that's pretty cool that you beat USC like that down in Levi Stadium.
While we're talking about Stanford football, we can't talk about Stanford football without Andrew Luck. This is one of my favorite things in the whole building because, of course, Andrew Luck being Andrew Luck, he left behind books for anyone to just pick up and read. And they're all like huge chapter books too. Nothing you're gonna pick up and leisurely read while you're walking through a Hall of Champions. This is also just outside of the football facility where we're gonna go next. Passing by the founding of the T formation that also happened at Stanford. Also, if you're watching this later, we are here during Rivalry week. We are dressed up for the occasion. Since we are in an active facility with coaches talking everywhere, have to overlay some of this, but you can get the gist of it from what I'm saying. You got all of the NFL guys on the wall, offense and defense, kind of by position as you go into the team rooms. And of course, with those team success, we do have all the trophies in the lobby to go check out and take in Stanford football. As we break away from meetings a little bit, we're into the team room next. With the door shut, away from the team, working hard, getting ready for Cal, so we can talk a little bit here. Great graphics of the players on the wall, just like there was outside. Didn't know Christian McCaffrey's dad went here, or Doug Baldwin. That's news to me. And speaking of beating Cal, every time Stanford does beat Cal, the seniors get their picture up right back here. Now leaving the facility, we are going to transition next into the weight room. You were saying that this was a basketball gym before this got remodeled into what it is now, right?
Yeah, there was just this one big basketball court right here. So, we're coming from upstairs where we are during training camp, right? We just come play horse. But also there's this one basketball run that used to be here. It was pretty cool. Had a bunch of like millionaires, billionaires, who's who in Silicon Valley. And yeah, you're just watching them play basketball. It's pretty awesome.
Here is the scene down here. Branded out squat racks, branded out floors. Really everything you expect to see in a power conference weight room. These squat racks are going by though, they're not just regular squat racks. Like most facilities, especially in high-tech areas like Palo Alto, they're pretty high-tech stuff going on. What's the deal with this here squat rack?
Yeah, so if you look up here up top, right, you can see this camera is called a perch. So what's cool about it is it can actually monitor your speed and how fast you're moving.
Oh, all right.
Take both
There you go.
Yeah, no, hey.
There you go.
You're filming in my house right now, bro. So that means you operate on my timeline.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, guys, which one are we rocking here? I feel like we gotta do the red.
There we go.
We're going with the red. Now with the full fit, we're off to the next stop. This will take us to the stadium next. While we're walking to football too, can we take in Stanford's athletic complex a little bit? This is one of my favorite spots to be in the entire country. Just look at this aquatic center. Who's doing it like this? It's also crazy to me people are diving and swimming right now because it's probably 50 degrees out. Little stadium off the distance. Palm tree to the side. I always forget that the Bay Area has palm trees. We're gonna enter this bad boy right through the tunnel. Got the tarp down. There used to be a track around the stadium. Feels like we kind of have some remnants of that, but those days are long gone, and the days of the new Stanford football stadium have much arrived. First thing we gotta know, scenery, beautiful. This is one of the only stadiums I'm almost more excited to walk around the concourse than be on the field. Next thing, one of the most ad-free stadiums you are gonna see anywhere. Hardly any in sight. And third thing, I don't know if you guys can picture a Super Bowl being played here, but it did happen. One of only, I think, 2 stadiums in the FBS to ever do that. I'll let you guys figure out in the comments what the other stadium was. I don't think you can guess it. You see what I'm saying with this concourse though? We are right here in the stadium, just outside the bowl. Might as well be on a walk in the park. The wooded exterior is right here and at Oregon. I don't think there's any other stadium in the FBS that has anything close to this. Next up, we are gonna get into the press box for a little better view. We have arrived. I'm being told where we're going is the best view in the stadium. Safe to say my expectations are pretty high. This right here is the Archway Cabanas. So this area right here, if you're getting recruited by Stanford, is where you're gonna take everybody.
Yeah, this is one of the cool spots. So when it's time for official visits and things like that, we'll do like our last big meal here. Our chef, he has all this food right down here by where the seats kind of go down for the stairs. Talking like prime ribs, tacos, nachos, you name it. We have all these tables set up. We got some yard games going on. And then of course you have this beautiful view right here behind you. It's kind of hard to beat.
What a walk down from the top of the stadium. You gotta love it. We still do have a main concourse though, through a long tunnel we're gonna get to right here. And like we were saying with minimal ads, pretty blank around here, outside of a few All-American walls. What's up, Christian McCaffrey? It's blank in the best way possible, you know what I mean though? Pure football spot. These All-American walls just have so many fun names. Toby Gerhart, of course college Andrew Luck now, Kobe Fleener, Zach Ertz. A bigger mix of NFL talent than people would expect there to be. Let's get just one more shot of the field from this concourse before we head to our next spot. Next up, being Stanford Cal Week, we gotta do a little bit of Stanford Cal traditions that we're going to right now. What are we getting ourselves into with this next stop?
All right, so we're gonna head into the middle of campus right now. One thing's pretty cool about big game traditions. Once that week starts, every hour leading up to kickoff, the AX committee is gonna blow that train horn. You probably hear it when we score all those touchdowns. They're gonna do it every single hour leading up to kickoff.
Might not be a bad time to check out a few other sports of the Everything School on the way here too. Hearing a lot of baseball's getting hit right now. First thing we're passing by is a brand new renovation for a softball stadium. That is 2 levels to a softball stadium. Don't see that every day. This might look like a football stadium over this way, but this is actually a stadium completely dedicated to rugby. Passing by our soccer stadium over here. Hearing these are some of the most elite teams on campus right now, with the 2025 Women's National Championship. Here is all of Stanford's practice fields. None of them are inside because we are in Palo Alto, California. Actually, Stanford, California. I should correct myself there. Now off we go via golf cart to center campus. Honestly, being on campus versus the athletic district might be one of the only stops we have where campus could be more interesting. This is actually a really nice indoor times facility. I think I've seen that before. We gotta get off the golf cart for this one right here. First off, why is it fountain red? Second off, why is there a bear head at the top of it?
All right, so right here, this fountain is called the Clog. You can see all the thorns and spikes on it. Officially, to kick off big game week, we have this ceremony. The band runs it. It's called the Burial, B-E-A-R-I-A-L. And what they'll do is they'll take a stuffed animal bear, bear. They spike it on one of the claws. That's technically when all the fountains around campus turn red. That's kind of like the blood of the bear. And so that's what initially gets this thing going. So this happened today, like right around noon here on Monday. And then, yeah, that's where the festivities get going.
I mean, look at this scene. We came to Stanford at the perfect time. I love that we can just see remnants of stuffed bear stuck in the pond. I hope no one cleans that up. Let's just cover up a whole floor of a building. Why not? To be Cal, it's worth it. I'm so happy I came on campus right now. There is so much bad blood around here.
Attention White Plaza! Cover your ears! There are now 120 hours left till big game! Beat Cal!
That was louder than I thought it was gonna be. You weren't playing about covering your ears. You weren't playing about that. That's the last thing we had to see out here. Let's get off campus. I feel smarter here every step that I take. Look at some of these spaces just walking around. That an outdoor whiteboard setup. That's fantastic. Sucks to get one of the only rainy days in Palo Alto, but still taking this over whatever the hell is going on in the Midwest right now.